What is a lead magnet? What are types of lead magnets and how many should you have, or even which one should you create? I'm going to be sharing a lot about lead magnets today and how you can use it as a fractional executive or professional service provider to attract qualified leads into your sales funnels. You're going to be able to attract leads that meet the criteria that you've set, and you're going to be able to use that lead magnet to qualify them, to build expertise with them, to establish expertise with them, as well as to build trust and interaction with them. I'm also going to cover the two main categories of all lead magnets. All lead magnets fall under these two main categories, and I'm going to be sharing about those two categories today, and also the different lead magnets under which one of them, and how to use all these lead magnets to maximize and create a solid foundation for your sales and marketing effort in 2026. Let's get into it. So what is a lead magnet? A lead magnet is simply a freebie or a low priced offer that you use in attracting your ideal customer profile or your target audience into your sales funnel. You're using this lead magnet to attract them to, you want to build trust with them, you want to create a relationship with them, you want to establish your expertise with them, but you also want to make them engaged in the process of using the lead magnets, because the more engaged people have with your lead magnet, the higher the conversion is going to be for you. So for us, we look at lead magnets as lead generation multiplier. That's why we use it in almost every sales or marketing funnel that we build. We don't just build funnels or just carry out marketing campaigns ordinarily on its own. We usually would have a lead magnet attached to it, because for us it's just one of the best ways to multiply your lead generation effort. So for us, we consider it a new playbook for acquiring high value clients by combining, not choosing your lead magnets. I'm going to explain more about that very soon. For us, we don't say A or B, we don't say ebook or calculator. We're looking at different pairings of lead magnets that will deliver the best, or the absolute best result for our clients. So for financial advisor, we're looking at which lead magnets can we pair with what other lead magnets, which ebook can we pair with a calculator, what quiz can we pair with a webinar, and how can we make sure we streamline everything that happens from using the lead magnets to watching the VSL. How can we streamline it to make sure that it is serving the target audience, it is solving a pain for them, it's giving them immediate value, and most importantly at the same time, it also ties to the service that we're selling with that particular sales funnel. So the conventional approach to lead magnets is either or. It's either it's interactive or it's non-interactive, and it's a strategic dead end, because the more you look at your marketing data, the more you see that the customers are becoming a lot more sophisticated in their demands, in the things they want from you as a service provider. So most of the time you can just throw a simple ebook at them and expect great returns from it. You have to think diligently about what the customer wants, what are the pain points they're facing, what are the questions they're asking, and then you create a lead magnet using that. If you watched my previous video where I broke down the different steps in our sales funnel process, the very first step is deep research and strategy development. And this is the step where we research your ideal target audience. For example, if you're a financial advisor targeting, let's say, professionals over 40 years who are planning, who want to know what their financial situation is and are planning their retirement, then we go to groups where those people are, and we participate in the conversations they're having, we observe the conversations they're having, and then we analyze all these conversations to know their pain points, and also now develop our strategy using that. That same strategy is what is going to back the lead magnets, the decision of the lead magnets that we create. But unlike the conventional approach where you only either create a lead magnet based on your own offer as a service provider or as a fractional executive, or based on what you think the market wants. We're actually creating the lead magnets based on real-time data from your target audience, real-time data that we've collected from your target audience. That's what we're basing all of this on. So under lead magnet, usually people would do either interactive or non-interactive lead magnets. And for most professional service providers, they ask, which one should I create? We think of it this way. Instead of pitting it against each other, we want to combine them. We want to maximize the power of the lead magnets, both interactive and non-interactive. And when I mean interactive and non-interactive, this is what I mean. With interactive and non-interactive lead magnets, or interactive versus traditional lead magnets, one of the major differences for interactive lead magnets, they mostly serve as sales qualifier, automated sales qualifier, while non-interactive lead magnets serve as authority builders. What do I mean by interactive lead magnets serving as sales qualifier? With interactive lead magnets, you're actively engaging the ideal client, the person. You're either a calculator, a quiz, or an assessor, or any of those ones that actually requires active participation from your target audience, versus the non-interactive lead magnets like a case study, an ebook, a checklist that people can just do passively on their own, and they can just pick up and do without any sort of deep engagement or any sort of investment into it. But if you compare that with interactive lead magnet that delivers personalized results, immediate results, and also customized results that actually addresses the situation that the target audience is facing, the conversion is worlds apart. So the conversion for interactive lead magnets is 40%, is up to 40% compared to the 4 or 6% of the non-interactive lead magnets. Those are just like worlds apart. They're so different. The gap between them is so wide. And you might be tempted to say, since they're worlds apart, just stick with interactive lead magnets and leave non-interactive lead magnets alone. But that is not how it works. Non-interactive lead magnets actually serve a purpose, which is to build trust. It is, even though they're not actively involved in the process, it helps you establish your expertise because you're able to show your depth of knowledge using this ebook or these non-interactive lead magnets. The checklist, the webinars, you're able to show and display your depth of knowledge. Now, if you couple that with an interactive lead magnet like a quiz, then you're getting the best of both worlds. That's why for us, we always combine the interactive and non-interactive lead magnets. So examples of interactive lead magnets, like I said, you have calculators, quizzes, assessment. All of this requires the target audience to actually input in some data, either their revenue or their annual income or their savings target. It's going to ask them deep questions that will also help you to qualify them to see if they fit your criteria or not. Because if you're a financial advisor that works with high income earners who are earning between 700 to say 3 million per annum, it doesn't do you any good to have people earning 200 in your sales funnel. You can have them for another service, another sales funnel, but for that particular sales funnel that is targeting and is geared towards high income earners, you don't want them in it. So all these details that they are imputing in it, number one, is going to help give them a personalized and customized and immediate result, and number two, is going to help you to weed out the people who do not qualify or who do not meet the criteria that you've set. So we're achieving two things with the lead magnet. Not only are we getting active participation, we're also qualifying the leads, and we're also asking specific business or personal income questions that will help you determine if you're going to serve them, how to tailor your offer to serve them, and also information to go into the meeting with. And with non-interactive lead magnets like the ebooks and the checklist and the case studies, It's passive consumption, yeah, but they are reading. I mean, if you have an ebook with or a case study PDF with about 6 or 7 case study, and you smartly format it, rather, sorry, you're still going to be able to get a lot of engagement, and you're still going to be able to get the interest, capture the interest of your target audience. Now, if you think about both words, interactive and non-interactive, you're educating with the non-interactive, you're qualifying leads with the non-interactive. Think about bringing both words together. And that's what we do with our lead magnets. So for a financial advisor, we'll couple let's say a retirement, am I ready for retirement calculator? We'll couple it with, let's say, am I ready for retirement webinar? So it's the best of both worlds. For a bookkeeper, we can couple something on, am I saving enough taxes, or am I auditing my business by doing my own taxes, kind of assessor or quiz, and we can couple it with an ebook or a checklist, a tax cheat sheet or checklist. You're getting both of your customers, your clients, your ideal target audience are going to be getting both, the best of both worlds with a combination of this lead magnet. So I want you to think in terms of coupling your lead magnet, not choosing one over the other. Think of how you can marry both with each other. So if you're creating an ebook, can you include a calculator in the ebook? If you're creating a webinar, can you have a quiz that is also part of the webinar? So people are watching the webinar, but then they're also engaging with the quiz. All of this helps you capture the best of your target audience, and also take them through your sales funnel to eventually sign them on as clients. We have the automated qualifier, which is the interactive lead magnet, like calculator, quizzes, assessment. It does automatic filtering for you, because people have to input all this data into it, give you information that then gives them back a customized immediate result. And then also builds a sales foundation, so that when you're having sales conversation with them, it's no longer an introductory call. You know something about this prospect, and they also know something about you, and they also have an information that they're coming to the meeting with. I used your calculator and this was the score I got. The analysis told me it's not good, so what do we do, and how do we hit the ground running? It really makes the first call a sales call or a closing call rather than an introductory call. So that's one of the beautiful things about the interactive lead magnet. Then the non-interactive lead magnet, which is the authority builder. You have ebooks, checklists, case studies, webinars. You're providing in-depth information that prospects can consume passively, and the purpose is different but equally vital. You're educating them, and you're also establishing expertise. Don't isolate any of them. Think of pairing them together to tell the whole story. You'll be able to generate qualified leads, but also qualified leads that trust you, because not only did they use the calculator, but they also read the analysis and then got, let's say, an in-depth ebook describing what they just used, or let's say a webinar. They attended a webinar where you explained exactly what they're going through and how you can help them solve it. So think about how to maximize your lead magnet by pairing them, not isolating them. So let me give you some examples of lead magnets. Let me give you some practical examples of lead magnets that you can use. So if you're a financial advisor, you can use a when can I retire calculator and couple it with a retirement planning webinar. You'll be able to capture and qualify your prospect, and you'll be able to nurture and convert this same prospect. For a fractional CFO, you can couple an LTV/CAC ratio calculator with a cash flow runway management webinar. The same thing, you'll be able to capture and qualify the business owners that use these calculators. You'll be able to see their metrics and their unit income. And then you'll be able to nurture and convert them, by demonstrating your expertise, by talking about high-stake topics, by also providing strategic value. For tax strategists, you can have a tax awareness quiz with a tax season checklist. For investment managers, you can have an investment return projector and a 2026 investment planner handbook. For college consultants, you can have a college readiness assessment paired with a process breakdown VSL video or VSL, yeah, inbuilt with a landing page or a standalone VSL. So you see the different coupling. You can take a screenshot of it to see which one works best for you. And if you want more ideas on the lead magnets that you can create specifically for the service you're providing, because the service you want to provide or the service you want to sell goes a long way in determining the kind of lead magnets you're going to create. Certain lead magnets won't work for certain niche or certain service. So if you want to talk about the specific lead magnets that you should create for your own service, you create to sell your service, create for the particular target audience you want to work with, you can DM me on LinkedIn or send an email to my email address that is included in the description of this video.